Talk about the longevity of your crew and the sort of familial camaraderie that's built.
Well, I'm glad you've asked about that, frankly, because more often than not, they are the unsung heroes, the people who do the real work and help create what Austin City Limits has become. This is my 40th year as the producer/executive producer, and but by the time I came on board, people like Raymond Lucero and David Huff had already been here since the very beginning, since day one.
My name is Raymond Lucero. I am the floor manager and unofficial parking lot attendant. I have been here since the very beginning. I worked on the pilot. Whiskey River, don't run dry. I was the crew on the first year, and I've been loving it ever since. The first year, we really didn't know what we were doing. This was kind of like shoot from the hip, and it just kind of continued to do it. We were lucky to get good talent and have, been able to proceed ever since.
We are in Studio 6A, which was the original home of Austin City Limits, and it was the show was shot here for 36 years before we moved over to the Moody Theater.
This is when people think of ACL, I think.
Yes, this is the real sort of nostalgic, sentimental, and you feel it in the room when you walk in, or at least I do, and people tell me they do. I can tell you one story. I think we had done sound check. We were waiting for the band to arrive to really kick into rehearsal, and I was sitting actually over there. Mm-hmm. We were just kind of hanging out waiting, and I was just talking to somebody, and I literally felt this energy shift. And I'm not like one of those people generally, but there was this energy shift, and I went, what was that? And I turned, and the band, Eddie Vedder, had just walked in.
In my case, I take it as another day on the job generally, but there are times certainly when the gravity of the performance or who's on the stage, sort of overwhelms the moment.
It's just such a long-lived repository of American musical history.
One of the key aspects of the booking of Austin City Limits is that not only do we book really large bands that can play stadiums, but we put a special emphasis on up-and-coming bands. That don't touch, baby, put on me. People may not know about.
Son of a bitch! Give me a drink. I'm on it. I'm stamping me.
That are doing something interesting and unique. That's going to be part of our DNA for as long as there is a show.
What is it about the show do you think musicians respect so much?
Well, I think you respect people that respect you, and that's where it starts. The way that we approach the musicians is that their music and their performance and their experience with their fans, that comes first, and we're just sort of back here trying to capture it for posterity. So I think they respect that, and it's most often a good experience for them, and I think in a lot of ways they pass that message on to others in the music industry, and so that helps us get other people to come do the show because they kind of have this sort of trust. Oh, well, Wilco said it was a good thing to do, so.
Yeah, after 43 seasons, you still have street cred.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to die.
Austin City Limits, it has this magnetism for attracting all these different artists who are enamored by the people that they've seen on the show. People like Eddie Vedder who've said that they've put their brick in the wall, that all the other bands that have done the show were able to do that and build the dynasty that is Austin City Limits.
It's a cliche, of course, the whole idea of this being like family. But it is so very true, and in this particular case, a family that seems to be going on forever. Just as an anecdote, I had a text exchange over the weekend with Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters, and Dave has become a friend, having done the show a couple of times. And Dave was talking about his new record coming out, the Foo Fighters' new record. He said, "How are you doing?" I said, "Well, it's our 43rd year, and you know, we're still cranking out shows here." And Dave Grohl's response back was, "ACL is going to outlive all of us."